Today I'm going to be talking about my 1999 Ford Explorer Eddie Bauer edition. It's got a 4x4, and I'm having some trouble with my four-wheel drive stuff, and I keep getting lights flashing on the dash. The 4x4 low range indicator and the 4x4 high range indicator kind of flash in my instrument panel. And this is a really common problem on those vehicles. They get a lot of issues with those, and I think it has to do with just corrosion buildup on the connectors, and causes problems with the computer getting the right signal and whatnot. But let me kind of show you guys what I'm dealing with here. Basically, this is the schematic. We got a This is the GEM module, generic electronic module. There's a electronic shift module, and down where the motor is, they have the electronic shift motor transfer case. There's the actual four-wheel drive mode switch, and I'm going to check a few things. I'm going to check out this switch on the schematic. There's 3 different settings, and there's 4 wires going to it, and these 2 wires, the white light blue and the gray and red, when you turn the switch, it basically selects a resistor. Let me show you. I got some parts here. I went down to the junkyard and they were having a sale, so I picked up some components. I actually have got some spares. I actually have an module here in case I need it, but I don't think I do. But I mean, I bought all this stuff for less than 20 bucks because it was pretty cheap. In a minute, when I go out to the car, this right here is the generic module. This here is the electronic shift module. It's like a little relay, but it's an electronic relay. This here is my 4x4 mode switch, and I'm going to test these. I don't know if I can, trying to get it where you guys can see, but there's 4 connectors in there. See those 4 connectors? The 2 in the middle are the ones you test for resistance, and this one's a good one, but the one out in my truck is a bad one. So that's just one problem I know I'm having. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to test this mode switch. Alright, so I'm going to get busy real quick. This is the new one. I'm going to show you guys how to check this. Let me grab my meter. Now, just a little tip. I'm just going to do a resistance check on this thing just to show you guys. Here's the new switch I got, and according to this schematic, one of the resistors should be 3.9 kilo ohms. The other one should be 1.1 kilo ohms, and then 360 ohms. Okay. I got my meter leads on the 2 center terminals, and the switch I'm on now is reading 364 ohms. That's pretty close to the schematic. That's 360 on that setting. Turn the switch, 1.1 kilo ohms, which is what I'm reading now, which is right on the money. And the last one is 3.9 kilo ohms. So this switch I picked up at the junkyard is probably pretty good. So let me go test the one I got in my dash. I know it's bad, but I'll show you guys how to get to it and whatnot. Okay, I'm in my 99 Explorer now, and I'm going to show you guys what I got here. Basically, I just bought this vehicle. I bought it at an auto auction for 500 bucks, and it's got some issues. Like needs a battery. I'll wait for the truck to go by. Okay, it has a couple issues. When I bought it, it had this transmission's doing something crazy. Not the transmission itself, it's the shifting from 4-wheel drive high low on the dash. And when I bought it, the radio was ripped out of it. This is how it was. It actually had all this wiring harness right here ripped out, and the wires were just loose in here. So I actually just until I can get a replacement radio, I went ahead, all these wires, I heat shrinked them and sealed them, and I'm going to leave it like that until I can until I can get to fixing this bundle here. I don't know what they were thinking, but the people that did this, they just cut this stuff out, and I don't know, they probably went and pawned the radio or something, or somebody stole it, or I don't know what the case. But so I had the 4x4 lights flashing I got to fix, this radio I got to fix, and it needs a new battery, and the power steering rack needed to be changed, and that's basically all that's wrong with this vehicle. So I got a pretty good deal for 500 bucks. Bought it at auction. It was an abandoned vehicle auction, and I bought it for 500. Did all the paperwork. Took it down to the state and already got the title for it and everything. So it's a good deal for me. It just needs a little bit of work. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys how to get this panel off. Normally there would be 2 screws here you got to take out, and there's a tool you can use to stick in, a little wire looking thing. You stick it in both sides and you can pull the radio out, then unhook the harnesses, but I can't show you guys that. So but basically, after you get these 2 screws out and the radio out of the way, you can pull this panel off. That's where I'm gonna pick up at. You can use a little like flat plastic pry bar and reach in and pry it up, but me, I just grabbed the thing and give it a tug. But if this wasn't here, you couldn't grab this, so you'd have to stick something down and kind of pry it. But the way you do this is you just grab it and give it a pull like that, and this comes out. Oh, now I got this out. Let me show you guys what's in the back here. Basically, there's these three plugs. That plug's already undone. The cigarette lighter power supply thing has 2 wires going to it, and that's it. So I can't do this with one hand, so I'm gonna set this down. Hopefully you guys can see it, but I don't know, it's kind of tight quarters in here and trying to get everything. I don't have a cameraman, so I'm gonna pull this side off. Oh man. Got that. Got that. See, that was just a little slip-on connector and a little plug. I was on the cigarette lighter post. Let me show you guys. See that connector, that blue wire, and that went right there, and the plug plugged in here. So trying to show you guys, but now these things, you just stick your finger and push the clip, and you give it a little wiggle, pulls right out. Same way that one comes out. This is the switch I was talking about, the 4 auto, 4x4 high, 4x4 low. I'm going to check this. I was having some crazy problems with it when that's the reason I unplugged that, because it kept trying to change and stuff. So I suspect it's a bad switch, you know. So like when that thing was plugged in, I would start my vehicle and it would like constantly hear it doing weird stuff, trying to change. But anyway, let me do this test real quick. Sorry about the shoddy camera work. It's but don't have a lot of options here. I know what to do. I'm gonna set my meter here. I'll just show you guys the meter readings. Okay, but all I'm doing is there's 2 center terminals. I'm gonna put my leads on there. Right, I'm just gonna cram them in here and cram one there and get my readings. And I'm gonna turn the switch. You guys will be able to see that. And I'm getting funky readings while I'm on this thing. I know my leads are touching good, so there's a whole lot of corrosion on this thing. But I'm looking for about whatever I said on the schematic. I think like 1.1 kilo ohms, around 3.9 kilo ohms, and 360 ohms. And I'm not getting any of that. I'm getting crazy readings. And I'm on the leads and I'm pushing good. So well, that's good enough for me to fail this switch. So next I'm going to replace this switch. I'll show you guys how to do that. Okay. All right. Trying to get this replace this whole assembly. It's a bad switch. So luckily that pulled right off. Okay. So I'm going to set that aside. And this side looks like it's just a screw here and a screw here. So let me pop this out. Okay, got 2 screws. Let me pull these screws out. Okay, you got the 2 screws out. This thing should pull out. You just pop it out. This is the old one. Let me grab the new one. Here's a switch I got from the junkyard. Let me pull this off, hopefully. All right, got the cover off. Now I'm just gonna do the same thing. I mean, just set it down in. Has those little mounts, fits right in. Gonna put the screw in. Sorry about the camera work, but it's tight quarters and I don't have a camera person. Alright, gonna screw this in. Alright, there's that one. Alright, that's in. Okay, now before I put this in, I'm going to use a little silicone grease. Well, I mean a little dielectric grease. I don't want, gotta find it. Ah, here it is, very bottom. Now, this silicone grease, this is dielectric grease. Really, that you want to use this stuff to help prevent future buildup of corrosion and whatnot. You just need a little dab. I usually do it on this side right here, the connector side. I just put a little bit. On here, just like that. And the terminals where the connections are, and I put a little bit in, just a little dab in the inside the connector on both sides. Just a little bit. Squirted, so you can see I squirted some here, and just a little grease to help prevent future corrosion. I'm going to be putting this back together for now, because I'm done for today. I was just replacing just this switch because I knew it was bad, and it's getting too hot outside. So I'm going to put this back in, and it's just, you snap these back in, and as you can see, they're slotted, so you can't put these in wrong. So you just throw this here, snap that one, snap that one. Now this one I'm going to put back in. Try to anyway. Put this in. Let me do this one first. I'm going to put this ground wire, a little blue battery, not battery, the power supply outlet. Jeez. I'm going to go ahead and throw this back in. Hopefully this will fix that part. Alright, now this should just snap right back in. Okay, alright. I just got to put the knob back on, but I don't know where. Oh, here they are. Alright, so let me throw this in here. And, well, that's I'm done for now.